Alright, everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot here with a whole squad of people. We got Omega Pro, we got Dr. Love, we got ZZ Toasty, and we have Third Ball Afro Senju in the house. And today we're going to be talking about, we're going to be doing a little bit of a Xenoverse 2 discussion, and how can they rework Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, whatever, in the next Xenoverse game, and not have it just be a spammy fuckfest, because as it works right now, you become a Super Saiyan, you could throw out unlimited ki blast attacks, as many as you want to, while your ki bar slowly drains. Then when you're done spamming attacks over and over again, you're completely out of everything, and you get fucked because you don't have stamina or anything like that. So does anybody have any ideas on the way that we can make Super Saiyan good, but not overpowered, without making it a spam fest that leaves you super vulnerable when it's over?
Remove it.
Take it out entirely.
Well, my perspective of it, I feel like a different system for how the power distribute. Like, instead of make it more like a Kaioken-esque thing, instead of having it like, you got a little bit of power that you'll never see, but you can blow back your enemy like, some Oprah shit. Like, here's your L, here's your L, here's your L, That's just
I don't know. I feel like I smell what you're saying, bro. I smell it. However, I don't think I think that's boring. Like, I like how Super Saiyan gives you something that no other race can give you. Now, of course, what it gives you is just stupid, because you can sit back there and just ult all day, and it's stupid. But I do like the fact that because you go Super Saiyan, you get this unique power that nobody else gets. And I feel like if all transformations had something like that, that would be pretty cool. But then again, at the same time, that gets really hard to balance, as we saw with Xenoverse 1.
Right. Well, I mean, like, from the outside, if you take away the super aspect of, like, the infinite, like, amount of times you could, like, ki blast, if you take away that shit, Super Saiyan really is just an aesthetic. It's just, it looks pretty, but it really has nothing else to offer that you can see, like the attack boost. So, I mean, like, I don't know. I like what I get what you're saying, like make it more oomph, make the being a Super Saiyan race feel like something. But, like, I don't know. And the way to do that, I would just say, make that shit like limited or something, make it more stronger, just something more noticeable besides just being able to spam and promote that you can't do shit against them.
One thing I've heard is you could still be Super Saiyan, but maybe put a cooldown on your Super or Ultimate, so you have to wait 5 seconds before you can throw another Kamehameha wave. I don't know. I want to talk more about that later. But Toasty, what do you think?
Personally, I think it should be like. For Super Saiyan itself, I think it should, first of all, be reworked into the Budokai 3 way of it. So it's like, you'll get your ki drained, but then when your ki goes away completely, you have to be knocked down for your Super Saiyan to go away. I don't know about it just going away mid Super Saiyan, just standing around. And also for the spamming thing, personally think that should be reworked, because spamming itself, even though it is counterable, is still something that people, especially who are casual, and obviously people are going to be like, oh, you shouldn't change the game for casuals. Well, casuals are most of the people who play the game, so might as well change it to a different system that's better for everybody. So I personally think that it should be, it should give you a boost, and if they don't change the attribute system the way it is now, like they still have all of the same attributes they do now, it should give you like strike power, basic attack. I don't know about health, since Saiyans are mainly supposed to not be important in that. They're supposed to, like, when they die, they get stronger after they come back. But I don't know. I think it should give you some certain things, obviously, that are more important to Saiyans, because, basic attack and strike supers are probably, at least what I would say, is something that's really important for Saiyans. I don't think that being able to use your ki blasts over and over and over again should be something that happens. So obviously it drains, and then with your ultimate attacks, it'll still take it away. Maybe your super attacks can be unlimited, because super attacks aren't easy, or at least they aren't as beneficial to spam as ultimate attacks, because ultimate attacks usually are bigger. They're usually better, obviously. They do a lot more damage. And, ultimate attacks, I think, you still lose 3 bars of your ki, as well as for, super attacks, just like, you can still keep those unlimited, because, who tries to really spam normal Kamehameha in Xenoverse and actually is successful with it? Really nobody. So, personally, that's what I think they should change it to. It makes everything a little bit more balanced for everybody else, and it'll still give you at least some sort of difference. Fuck,
shit,
man!
Good shit, Toasty.
I was about to say, this had a 5-page
like his homeboy. His homeboy. I'm gonna let you finish, but Barbara's online too. Like,
fuck. I hate this phone, man.
You want to pick up where you were?
I wouldn't want to start over. I would just like cut to where I start talking again.
Yeah. I can cut that, or we can cut that. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just pick up where you were.
Okay. So it gives you something that's a little bit different for Super Saiyan, and it'll keep you still feeling like you actually have something different than other races as a Super Saiyan. Still think that other races should get a power-up as well, But yeah, that's really the basis of what I'm talking about. I think that it should be changed.
I want to point out, and I don't know if I'm speaking for everybody here or not, but I'm not arguing that Super Saiyan is overpowered by any means, because Super Saiyan's counterable, it leaves you vulnerable when you're done. However, it just creates a really, really annoying playstyle, both for offense and defense, because you're facing somebody spamming you a lot, or you're inclined to spam more because you have unlimited ki. It's just an annoying playstyle overall that I think most of us would rather not deal with. Dr. Love, what are your thoughts?
All right, hold on. Before we get into this, though, I just wanted to say one thing. About the Saiyan transformation is that it sucks for PvP, but I never played PvP really. I don't know about you guys or whatever. What I used a lot of the Saiyan power shit for was to grind in that game, because you needed to grind a lot to get the shit you needed. And just sitting back there going Super Saiyan and just ulting everything and killing everything was an easy way to farm. So I don't know. I don't know if maybe that's a reason that they did that or whatever the case may be, but I found that like if that wasn't in there, I would have not played Xenoverse nearly as long, because fuck that grinding
that
shit.
That story mode was rough for a little while.
That shit was terrible, not rough, awful.
All right. Dr.
I kind of
Love,
hope they change the feel of the game for that though. Like I don't want it to be a grind like that.
No, I feel you.
Yeah, but the way that I think it should go is that I think kind of like what Toasty said, where it should just go back to like the Budokai 3-way, but I agree to an extent, because I feel like it should literally be how it was in Budokai, because like it would be, you transform depending on how much ki you had. You could go to a certain transformation instead of like having to just go Super Saiyan or just Super Saiyan 2, like what you had equipped. So that like, let's say I had like 3 bars of ki, I'd go Kaioken. And but with Xenoverse, like the Kaioken goes with stamina rather than ki, so that'd be like its own thing. But like, let's say that would be Super Saiyan, and then like Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, the farther it goes. And since Saiyans are kind of based on attack power, that's what it boosts them with. So like with the transformations, maybe depending on the race's specialty, depends on what gets boost when you transform. But since I think that it should work that way with the Super Saiyan, and like, because how like sometimes with some moves are only equipable with a certain like transformed state in the Budokai game. So like, let's say you were to go to Kaioken, then you could do the Super Dragon Fist, or like Super Saiyan 2 or 3, something like that was like the Dragon Fist, like the special move. It was something like that. But I think that that's how it should work with them, and I think that just the higher the transformation, the more damage it does, because that's how it really was, and that the ki goes down more the higher you transform. And since you can customize how much ki the player has, that could like give more options to like how far you could go with the Super Saiyan transformations, or like whatever it does with it. And that what was I gonna say? I don't know, but yeah, I think it should just be that. And like, how he said, if your ki is like at absolute 0 and then you get knocked down, is when you de-transform, instead of it just being like, all my ki's gone, I'm no longer Super Saiyan. But they should just make it how it was in the Budokai way, because that's how that's what I felt was actually Super Saiyan out of like all the Dragon Ball Z games.
See, to me, I never once felt like going Super Saiyan in any game made any difference. I just did it for different moves. Yeah. Maybe it did do a difference, but I never once went Super Saiyan. I was like, yeah, now I'm really gonna turn the tide of this battle. It was never that. I was just like, all right, now I got Big Bang, come at me hard, nigga, bye.
So we're thinking like something similar to like what Xenoverse has now, but remove ki spam. If you use a move, it still takes 3 bars of your ki away or whatever, and then just gives you buffs in other areas. Like I know Super Saiyan had buffs in melee, and Super Vegeta had buffs for ki. You think it just buffs all the way around for your Saiyan character as a whole?
Yeah, but like mainly for it. Like I think they should boost every stat, but like for Saiyan specifically, like mainly attack power, because that's also what it did with the Budokai games. That's what it kind of does in Xenoverse. Like, so maybe like if you're a Namekian and it has like Super Namekian or whatever, like your health regens a little faster. Or like if you're an Earthling, I don't really. What did they specialize in again? Like, didn't their ki like
I think Earthling's all around just good.
They were hella balanced, yeah.
Yeah, then for them it'd probably just be overall balance. And like for the Majins, you get like more defense or something like that. But for the Super Saiyans, like just balance every stat so that they're faster, they have more defense and all this stuff. But just all like a majority of that boost goes into the attack power.
Now I see what you're saying, but they're gonna have to do something different with their ki system overall in Xenoverse if they want that to work, because their reasoning for not giving custom characters Super Saiyan 3 in Xenoverse isn't because like they didn't have time for whatever. It's because they just didn't know how to balance it. Super Saiyan 2 already drains your ki so fast and makes your attack so strong. Super Saiyan 3, you'd be one-shotting everybody with a special beam cannon pretty much, but your ki would only last long enough for you to do like 1 or 2 attacks, and then you'd be done. So I don't know. They'd have to do some rebalancing on that end for sure.
What if it was like a different system entirely, like a balancing system, if you will? Like, because you know, if you look at like a Dragon Ball Z perspective, like remember in the Cell Saga when Goku and Gohan trained just to like just maintain in Super Saiyan? So kind of have a system like that, to where like if you're just fighting regular while Super Saiyan, you have like a different type of energy system bar that doesn't go away because you're just basically fighting. But if you do like charge attacks or so many of that, the bar goes down. And it's like if you keep on fighting like heavy like that with charging attacks, charging ki and all that, you just like not become a Super Saiyan. And I feel like the higher you go up, like Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, that bar would drain higher because your attacks would do a little bit more. And like, you know, if you just keep on going ham with that, you'll lose it instead of you were just like fighting regular within that form. So that way, that if you were just to fight regularly, just chilling in Super Saiyan, you get what you want. Just, you know, just fight and just stay Super Saiyan. But if you want to just like hold triangle, charge your attack, or keep on blasting, your bar goes down. And then like the backlash comes from whatever, you know, happens after that. I feel like that'd be a dope system.
I think that's a good idea. Which Dragon Ball Z game was it where if you fuse, you had that little timer? Was it the Budokai ones?
Yeah, it was Budokai.
Yeah, so like they could do something like that again, except for your Super Saiyan bar, and then like our Afro was saying, like the more crazy shit, like if you're just shitting out ultimates, that bar's gonna get chunked down, and then once it reaches 0, I think we can implement Tosti's idea where if you get knocked down, then it goes away. I think because like no Saiyan in the world is just like, yeah, I'm so powerful, and he's just in the middle of fucking somebody up, and then all of a sudden it goes away. Anytime somebody lost their Super Saiyan, they got like fucking hit in the gut or some shit.
Yeah, or they've thrown out like a bunch of really strong attacks, yeah.
That bar shouldn't come back either. It's just like once it goes down, it's down. You can maintain it by fighting regularly.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
You keep on doing that, it goes away, and it's not limited too. So let's say if you have like a little inch of the bar, you can still do a Kamehameha Super, but you know when you do that, you'll take the backlash of like just out of breath or whatever. I feel like that'd be hella dope.
Or like if let's say if your bar's all the way at 0 and the enemy hasn't hit you down yet, you can still use like your ultimates or whatever, but then like that'll start taking away from your actual stamina that your character has. Because like when Saiyans get overexerted, they still can shit stuff out. It just like takes even more of their stamina. So you can do that. You can really push yourself to that limit. I think that would be really cool. You like feel like you're in the show, sort of.
So the idea behind this is once you go Super Saiyan, you have like a max bar or whatever, and you can fight as a Super Saiyan for as long as you want, pretty much. But you're only allowed to do so many cool moves like that are improved in power and everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I like that. Toasty, do you have any thoughts on it?
No. Really, remaking the old system is a good idea because the system in Xenoverse, especially the way the ki and basic attacks and everything like that, in my opinion, is not very efficient. They should probably separate it into different things like defense, attack, and some things like that. Because the way it is right now in Xenoverse, it doesn't really work for changing it. Because if they try to change it on the fly right now, like if they, let's say they have the same system they have right now with the key system, everything like that, and they try to change it so quickly, like the ways that we've talked about in this video, I don't think it would work as simply as we think. It would have to warrant an entire change of how the system works completely for it to really work in Xenoverse 2. Yeah. So that'll take some real changing, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run because then you won't have all these problems that we've had so far in Xenoverse.
Yeah, and I don't know. I have a tough time, like, I see what you're saying with telling them to dial back, but I have a tough time, like, actually thinking that they should dial stuff back. Because, like, Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was great, Raging Blast 2, that system, that stuff was all great, but we've seen it so many times, we've done it so many times, and I like that Xenoverse is trying different shit and coming at it with a new style, and even though it's not as good as the old stuff yet, I'm just hoping they can come up with something new that still works really well, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Do we have any...
All in all, Super Saiyans suck. I hate fighting them. That's just me. It's like, I guess the starter pack now for someone to go Super Saiyan is literally just spam all you can just fucking want. I know one dude, I was on just chilling. He's like, Afro, I love your videos and stuff. I'm like, hey, I love you too, man. Thank you. You know, I fight him, and he fought me like he hated me. You know, I'm just like, it's like I had a bond here. He just spammed me over and over. I didn't say anything because, you know, it's a game. He had fun. I'm glad he had fun. And I was just like, okay, whatever.
Fuck that. Homie would have got the... Nah, here's what I would have done. I would have asked for his Twitter and his YouTube, and I would have blocked that nigga. Fuck you.
Hide all comments on this channel.
I trusted you.
What is unlock potential? Is that just Super Saiyan for the races? Is there any difference between unlock potential and Super Saiyan?
Yeah, you can't spam with unlock potential.
So pretty much, that's just kind of like what we're talking about, like in a basic-esque format, to where you get a boost, but like it doesn't really do anything to anything else. It's like your key goes down or not? I don't know if it does. Does it?
Yeah, it goes down.
It's the same exact system as Super Saiyan, although you cannot spam.
Never mind the different system, but just you can't spam.
So it's
It's literally what Super Saiyan without the spam. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't want that, to be honest, because I wouldn't feel like a Super Saiyan if I didn't have any noticeable difference. Well, granted, all the other games before that, I really couldn't tell a difference in Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
But still, I would still like to see one if I had it my way. But I'm not Akira, so this doesn't work like that. But yeah.
I don't know. I'm a pretty big fan, and like Toasty said, it'd be extremely hard to pull off. I'm a pretty big fan of you're limited. You can only do so many moves. You only have so many key bars to fuck with once you're Super Saiyan. And other than that, you can hang out in Super Saiyan as long as you want. You can take the melee buff and the everything buff, but you can only do something super big so many times. Because I was toying around with the idea, like before we started the video. I'm like, well, I thought about like a cooldown system. Maybe once you throw an ultimate, you have to wait like 5 seconds before you throw another attack. But like, fuck that. I saw Goku do back-to-back Kamehamehas on a few different occasions. Like, if you want to surprise your opponent with a double attack, you should be able to do that. But I like that overall you're limited thing. I don't know. Does anybody have any like final thoughts before we wrap this one up today?
Fuck Super Saiyan.
Really.
I gave all my thoughts already, really.
Dr. Love, anything?
Just I don't know, just balance it, make it not freaking hateable unless you are a Super Saiyan online.
Because that's the thing, like, it's not OP right now, but it's just really fucking annoying to play against. And I personally, like, I think it's better, even if you are a Saiyan, to just not use Super Saiyan, because you leave yourself so vulnerable when it's over if you don't kill him with the spam job. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that rough life. But if you guys have any thoughts on your own about Super Saiyan, anything else that we didn't mention here, you want to tell us you like some ideas, didn't like some ideas, or if you have any ideas of your own, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, and we will try to pay attention to those, see if anybody comes up with anything grand. Maybe it'll get forwarded along, who knows. But I think that's going to wrap it up for us here today. I am Thundershot, and I've been here with Omega Pro, Dr. Love, ZZ Toasty, and Third Ball Afro Senju. And we are out.
These niggas sound like a dolphin, though. That's what I'm trying to figure.
My dream is to be a dolphin, actually. I'm practicing my echolocation as we speak, getting my degree in it. So, I have dreams. I'm trying to establish them one step at a time, a dolphin at a time.
I actually support that shit. Good shit, man.
Yeah, good shit, bro. This is why we're squad, We
is this
support
still
each other's
recorded?
dreams.
Peace!
Alright.